10h44, à 14h, il faisait un très bon jour. Ça va, tout était calme. Et à 14h, la troupe est arrivée, a traversé le village et ils ont fermé le village. À partir de ce moment-là, on ne pouvait plus sortir du village. La population est sur la place du village. Les soldats sont là, ils installent des armes, mais on ne pouvait pas imaginer qu'on tue des gens comme ça. Mais certains soldats passent au milieu de la foule et séparent les femmes, les enfants, les hommes. Ça ne passe pas du tout. Pas du tout. Chacun dit, bon, on va se retrouver sans tarder. Et c'est la fusillade. Pourquoi celui-là, je sais pas.
Hello, Nick here. I want to do a quick update on this Teletron TE712B. I think I'm going to kind of emulate my buddy Dan Robinson and maybe do 56 videos in 2 days on a new radio we just got. Just like he did with the Texan 2200. I'm going to do that with this radio. So this is only number 2, so we got 54 more to go. Anyway, all kidding aside, through the help of several of my friends, thank you very much, all of you. I figured out what most of these buttons do. Okay? So let's get that out of the way, and then let's start messing around. So this key is for remote use. So basically, since I don't have any other equipment or anything to plug this radio into, other than an antenna and a power source, this key is useless to me. Doesn't do anything. This is for, see, it says DIV, that's diversity receive. Diversity receive is when you listen to 2 receivers at the same time. Well, I only have 1 receiver. So apparently you could hook these things up, multiple receivers to each, either to each other or to maybe to a remote operation, something like that. But the fact that I don't have any other receivers to hook up, this doesn't do anything. It doesn't do anything at all. So you just leave it on off, AUS. Obviously, we know this is a speaker. Okay? Come over here. So AUS is off. The capital A with the funny font, that's a noise blanker or a noise limiter. So you flip it up and it's, noise limiter like they had back in the day to get rid of probably pulse noises or something. Not many radios is that super effective on in this day and age, especially when you're listening with a Wellbrook loop like I am. And then this button works in conjunction with this one. So spur filter is a notch filter. This is activated. Remember, this is a 3 position. Center doesn't do anything. It's off. If you flip it down, that activates this into a notch filter. Probably mostly effective on either CW or SSB. And then apparently when you push this up, it engages some kind of CW filter. And when I was listening to CW before and I flipped it up, it changes what you hear slightly. I'm not sure exactly what it's filtering, or maybe it's reducing. See, because we already got a 60 hertz bandwidth, which is really small. So maybe, I don't know if that CW filter maybe makes it even smaller, or I don't know. But now I know what all this stuff does. Oh, and the Traegers, the triplets. Traeger means carrier, like I mentioned in my last video because I typed it into the translator. It means carrier. Well, if a normal signal has a center carrier and 2 side bands, technically you could call them carriers maybe. So you got a center carrier, and then you got the 2 side bands, upper and lower. Well, my understanding is that if you're listening to AM, you want 100% carrier, which means both carriers, everything. If you're listening to sideband, whether it's upper or lower, doesn't matter, you want own Traeger. Then this one, RED, stands for reduced Traeger. I don't know what that means yet or the significance of that. So that's pretty much the only thing I don't know the significance of, but it doesn't seem to do anything no matter where I am, what mode I'm in when I press that. And for all practical purposes, switching between 100% Traeger and own Traeger, whether I'm on SSB or CW or AM, it doesn't really do anything noticeable. So I don't know, maybe that's a factor of having a better antenna, 50 plus years removed from when this radio was designed, or I don't know, I'm guessing here. But those are the controls. And again, very thankful to my listeners and friends who pitched in and helped me out. I really appreciate that. So let's listen to a couple of signals and compare it to the Rohde Schwarz, all right? Because like I said, these were both made at the same time. Although I believe this was designed for laboratory use and this was designed to be used by the German and French military, at least that's the story I'm getting. They were made at the same time and to do kind of the same thing. This one just seems a little more refined, the Teletron. I don't know. How can I say that with a straight face when I'm talking about a Rohde Schwarz? I don't know. I'm probably choking on my words. I'm going to be struck by lightning right now. I know it. But it kind of does. I like the fact that the strength meter, well, this one has an analog strength meter too, but the what do you call it? The tuning indicator is analog. This one, the tuning indicator is digital. Trust me, be thankful if you even have a tuning indicator, okay? You're lucky. I think the audio sounds better on this one and this one when you're using the internal speakers. You already heard that. I was just playing it. But the filters on these things are pretty much similar. 6, 3, and 1, and 150 down to 150. This one goes lower down to 60 hertz. No, I can't slag the Rohde. The Rohde's an awesome radio. And the only reason I'm not comparing it to the AEG Telefunken is because the Rohde is in the same frame picture shot right here. So let's mess around a little bit with this. It's 6 p.m., 5:54 p.m. And the sun's still high in the sky. It's still bright. So it's still a little early to really cruise and do shortwave stuff. But got to wait till closer till 8 or 9 o'clock tonight, and many more signals will become available. So for now, let's just cruise with a couple of these, and then we'll do one more band scan tonight, maybe comparing both of them again. But like I said, if Dan did 56 videos in 2 days, I could at least do like half that many, right? 25. So anyway. Sounds really nice.
Puisque la petite histoire aussi, à Ouagadougou, essayer de les mettre en contexte, même pour des rapports qu'ils ont eu avec des locaux qui savaient faire de l'amitié ou le lieu spécifique où ils s'habitaient, c'est-à-dire de faire en quelque sorte.
So that the signal meter does not work in SSB, and it's the same down here on the Rohde as well. The tuning indicator only works in AM and CW. Like I said, just like the Rohde, just like the AEG. See if my girlfriend's home. Oh, how you doing, baby? Yeah, she sounds good.
Wind calm. Cab okay. Temperature 26. Dew point 22. QNH 1013. No 6. Milan Malpensa. Net report. Milan Malpensa. 2220 Zulu. Wind calm. Cab okay. Temperature 26. Dew point 22.
So look at the signal strength meters. So this one has both an analog and a digital. So the digital only goes 5 at a time. So it's bouncing between 20 and 25, which means the average is, what call it 22-ish. And look at the average here is just over 20. So very close. Now I cannot change the bandwidth filter on this. It's fixed at 2.3. There are no options in sideband. This one, I can change them all.
Visibility 10 kilometers or more. Cloud, few at 1,500 feet. Few towering cumulus at 2,000 feet. Temperature 24. Dew point 22.
Dang, 300 hertz, and I can still kind of make it out. Not anymore.
200. 210 degrees, 5 knots. Visibility 10 kilometers or more. Cloud scattered at 700 feet. Ceiling broken at 1,000 feet. Temperature 24. Dew point 23. QMH 1019. Repeating, Rome Fiumicino. Met report. Rome Fiumicino at 2220 Zulu. Wind calm. Cab okay. Temperature 26.
150. That's the same filter the Rohde has, 150. Let's try 60. Oh, shit. Oh, my arm, my right arm. Oh, did I tell y'all I completely tore my rotator cuff? And it's got a 3.5 centimeter retraction. Doc says I'm screwed up. So, got to get cut. Yep. And until then, I'm pretty much, I can do stuff close and not strenuous, but mostly I'm a lefty now. Let's turn on that CW filter. Flip this up. Did you notice a difference? I really didn't. I'm going to turn it off when we get into the meat and potatoes part here. Hold on. I mean, maybe the slightest hint of a change, but I couldn't tell you if it was better or worse either way. All right, let's listen to the Rohde. Rohde sounds a higher pitch. But the Rohde I can change to BFO. This one I don't think I can. I haven't figured it out. I don't think I can. The Rohde I hit BFO and I manually type in the BFO. Now, so the BFO we're at 1. I'm gonna type in 09. No, so now it's lower. So it's probably, I don't know if I could do 9.5. I think maybe if I go to, let's try it. No, see that it went over there. I can't do 95. But anyway, there we are. The Rohde seems to like to be at 0.02. Let's come back and mess with it on the Teletron. The Teletron's, signal strength meter doesn't seem to be as sensitive, maybe, as the Rohde. Maybe you gotta be. Yeah. So this meter really isn't doing anything. This one is bouncing between 10 and 15. We're listening to this radio. All right, let's do a little bit more shortwave. Maybe a beacon, and I'll cut you all loose, and we'll come back tonight and do a band scan. So let's do the beacon first. Put it on AM. Put it on 15. .341. Not really. 257. That is the coolest tuning knob ever, bar none. No, can't really hear anything. Oh, I can. Oh, I can barely hear it. Let's see if the Rohde can. Not really. Maybe if they had a better external speaker. All right.
Ao norte do Rio Douro. A Justiça explica que não é possível caçar um animal num país da União Europeia enquanto o nível de conservação da espécie seja desfavorável. Desde 2021, o lobo ibérico encontra-se na lista de espécies sob proteção. Vamos dar uma atualizada ao desempenho
Noise
dos
blanker.
desportistas espanhóis nas Olimpíadas de Paris. Espanha venceu os 2 primeiros jogos em futebol, tanto na competição masculina quanto na feminina. Em basquetebol contra a Austrália, enquanto a equipa feminina venceu.
Yeah, the speaker is definitely nicer on this one, the internal speaker. But, I mean, it's nothing to plug an external speaker in, so. But if you're just doing a heads-up shootout, straight-up drag race, run what you brung.
Esse é o relato do programa da Rádio Nacional de Espanha.
They're both on 6 kilohertz, 6.
E a vitória do espanhol Fran Garrigós. Para além dele, o grande protagonista espanhol destes Jogos Olímpicos é o jogador de ténis Rafael Nadal. Ele perdeu hoje à tarde contra o sérvio Novak Djokovic na segunda ronda do torneio individual. Mas Nadal segue para frente na
Oh, he's talking about Djokovic beating Nadal today.
o grande jogador de ténis espanhol da
Might be one of the last times those two guys play. Those two guys are old dogs for professional tennis players. Yes, they are. Anyway, all right. That's it. Very happy I found out what basically all these controls do. I really don't think I need to know anymore. This thing's running like a champ. This one's always run like a champ. So we'll come back tonight, and who knows, maybe we'll compare it to whatever the heck, what is that, a Texan 2200? I think that's what that is. So we'll just compare, we'll do a heads up comparison there. All right, thanks for hanging out.